Gold jacket, green jacket, who gives you?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gold Jacket, Green Jacket podcast. Normal services have been resumed. I'm doing the intro again this week. My name is Christian Dragonetti, and I'm joined by Australian PGA professional and my good friend, Mr. Joel Mitchell. Joel, mate, how you doing?
Amazing. How are you going?
Good.
7 handicap slapper?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Had some...
Fuck, that made me giggle.
Oh, it made me giggle. Shout out to Michael, short game Mick, who nearly crashed his car while listening.
I like it.
Played like a good 7 handicapper on the weekend, I'll tell you that much.
Behave yourself.
Recent rounds. This is episode number 34, by the way. What about it?
You can't be saying you're playing good if you're getting new irons.
No, but I can.
Nah.
It's just, and I'll get to it in a second. Recent rounds.
Don't want
Just relax. Right?
to. Yeah, all right. What,
Recent rounds. So I played 3 days in a row last week.
Jesus, are you okay?
Yeah, I actually am.
No, he's good.
The hip is still there.
It's still there.
Still there. There was a couple of moments where I was like, oh, this is going to be rough tomorrow. But like I was just busy throughout the long weekend being grand
It's
final
actually
weekend.
kind of warm, so that probably helps.
It helped a lot.
It helps with my back a lot. During summer, Christmas, during winter.
Yeah, it's horrible. So I played on Thursday out at St Andrews Beach with a couple of the boys from work. That was more just a
Sick golf course.
great golf course. That was more just a hit and giggle, sort of just having a slap type thing. So I didn't really take it too seriously. Friday I played at Heidelberg, had 37 points off 6, so there was 3 over. Solid round. Really solid round. Drove it really well. Short game was pretty good. Putted dots.
Yeah.
Irons were okay. Sort of found a little feeling halfway through the round. Again, thanks to short game Mick, who, without knowing, sort of set me on this little bit of a light bulb moment that sort of fixed my swing a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Saturday was the same. Had 37 points again on Saturday, which was 5 over.
Solid.
Solid. Really solid golf. It's heading in the right trajectory, in the right direction. And it's kind of, I think I said it to you on the phone earlier, it's kind of reassured the fact that I kind of might need new sticks, because you just said it. Like, you can't be playing good if you're looking for new irons. And
Yeah,
yes,
because it's always going to sit in your head. Like I went through the stage where there was like 3 weeks where I noticed a drop in the performance of my wedges. I wasn't like, I'm hitting these shots going, why the fuck is this not responding on the green? And I'm looking at the wedge going, I do need a new wedge, it's still going. But I'm still looking for that spin, the same response like on the greens. I'm still going, why doesn't it spin? And then I go, oh no, I need a new wedge. Oh, why doesn't it spin? Oh, I still need a new wedge. It was just like it was a fucking head fuck.
Yeah, you couldn't determine. But like with me, like, yes, I hit the ball pretty well, swinging it good, but the drop off in performance was still there.
Yeah.
The score was good in the sense that I recovered well, but I was still getting the spinny, dropping out of the air.
Yeah.
Off-centered strikes just went nowhere.
Yeah.
So like there is still an idea, and there's still a reason to go out and grab a new set of sticks. And like I said, when Tobes gets back, he's still away at the moment.
Yeah.
We'll go and see him. Hopefully, trying to see him this week if he's back.
No, he won't be. He's
won't be?
going over to WA. He's on the WA swing.
Okay.
So they're playing WA Open and PGA, and then I think there's like two pro-ams or something that he'll be in. But I don't think he'll be home. He won't be home for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, all right. Well, I might have to look at other options.
Yeah, well, you can go to the Mizuno Fitting Center.
Yeah, true.
But I reckon, personally, go see your trusted sources first.
Yeah.
So you've bought a lot of stuff at Rosanna. Go see the fitters there. So we've still got Tim and Raptors now doing the fittings. Not who else was there? Oh, Tim. No, so it's Tim and Raptor. You can go see them.
Yeah.
Raptor knows you well enough.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
going to be able to fit you in something good. If not, go to the fitting center. It's going to cost you an extra couple $100 just to go see him, but might be worth it.
Might be worth it as well.
But otherwise, go to the fitting centers probably first.
Yeah.
So go Mizuno first. That's your trusted source, most trusted, because you've had them. Then if you don't get something that day, go Titleist, and then just process of elimination.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
Might even go pay Chris Sayer a visit.
Yeah, go do that.
And just go
Go
through the same
see
avenues.
everyone, and then get a list. Get a list of the best you got out of however many brands you see. If you go see the top 4 being probably Titleist, Callaway, TaylorMade, and Mizuno, go hit them all, and then see what numbers the best spits out at you.
Yeah.
And then go, okay, TaylorMade and Titleist were whatever it might be. It could be Callaway and TaylorMade were the two best. That gave me my most satisfaction. And then, Callaway gives me more, or, Titleist and Mizuno were the two best, and Titleist didn't do what Mizuno, or whatever it might be.
Just go process it and eliminate it.
Go dumb it down, really knock it down at the knees, because once you get these irons, fuck, that'll be it for a decade, I reckon.
Hopefully.
Because the tech's so good. Even your irons are 5 years old, but it's still not that old.
No,
the
it's
tech
not.
still comes so far in 5 years.
No.
And it's not all that much difference.
No.
But it's still the durability and the performance of it and the quality of it's still so much higher.
Absolutely.
So, just trying to do that.
But yeah, so look, it was a good weekend, good couple of days of golf, and a couple of good golf courses as well.
Beautiful.
So I'm pretty happy with it. How about yourself? Recent rounds?
Recent round was Heritage.
Doesn't sound promising.
No, I'm trying to think. What fucking day it was? Friday. Yeah,
Yep.
Friday morning. Went out Heritage, was the best day ever.
Yeah.
Weather-wise. It was just fucking schmicko. 20 degrees and sunny and beautiful.
Yeah.
And no wind.
Absolutely.
I'm fucking sick of playing in wind. Like, I played Q School in a literal hurricane.
Yep.
Like, I asked, so the guy that, quick backtrack, there's a guy in the pro shop, his name's Joel as well. And I asked him at the end of the week, do you know what the speeds of the wind was? I asked him, like, especially rounds 2 and 3, because they were the strongest. Round 1 was actually okay and bearable. Round 4 got choppy at the end.
Okay.
The rest of it was pretty bearable, which is, the rest of it was fucked.
Right.
And I asked him, and he goes, yep. He goes, it would have been probably halfway through round 2 where it got it at its strongest. I'm like, what was it? He goes, 84k gusts.
Jesus.
And I'm like, yeah, it felt like that. Because I'm hitting 54 degree from 150 or 155, and then hitting back into it, hitting 5-iron from 110. Like, it was just fucking howling. And consistent too. It wasn't like it would drop off and gust and drop off and gust. It was just constant. Right. And then there was very similar for round 3. Round 3 was just as cooked. But mate, I fucking hate the wind at the moment. Even just a light breeze that affects it half a club. I'm just like, fuck me, just give us a break. So Friday was, which is, you're hearing it. Yeah. So it would have been a week ago now.
Yep.
I started good. I was 4 under through 7.
Wow.
Right. And like hold a good slider, 15-footer slider on 1. Played 2 stock standard on 2. Hold probably a 20, 25-footer on 3.
Okay.
Cruise through 4 and 5. Stumped it on 6 to about 2 foot. And then hold another like 15, 18-footer on 7.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, beautiful. Putter feels great. Rolling it good, hitting it good. Made a really solid par on 8 after very skunky drive up to the right, and I had a long way in and recovered.
Yep.
9 missed a short one, and that sort of like put like a percent of doubt in my head for some reason. Like,
Okay.
I hit a great putt, but it did nothing what it looked like.
Right.
Like, I aimed left edge of this hole, which it looked like it was just I actually thought I underread it a little bit, and it not only stayed there but actually wiggled a little left. So I'm like, fuck, I've just flat out missed.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was not even close. Hit the next shot down 10 to, so yeah, I was 4 under through 9. Hit the next shot down 10 to same spot, 6 foot. Didn't even touch the hole. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Yeah, right.
Don't yip it now. Right. And then, parred everything coming in.
Shit.
So yeah, it was bogey free, which was nice.
Oh, that's
So
very
it was
nice.
bogey free and 4 under from the golds. So I went through it like +5 or something like that.
Yeah,
which
perfect.
I'll take. It was solid round, no blemishes. Hit the ball really solid.
Yeah, better.
Recovered when I needed to, and the putter felt really good. And for anyone watching,
Yeah.
I got my baby back. So I was saying how my old one I
Yes.
got refurbed.
Yes.
And she's back.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, gorgeous. So for anyone that can see that, it's it probably doesn't look any different to what it would have previously, but I noticed all the differences. There was a lot of chroming at the bottom and a little bit of wear spots here and there, so they've tidied that up and it looks unbelievable. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, that was my most recent round, and oh my god, I lied to you. My most recent round was yesterday, Sunday. I played with my old man. It was just me and him. Went out at 8 o'clock. It was like sort of spitting rain. I hit it like a dog.
Really?
Yeah, because Saturday Arvo, I ended up shooting. I had 30 points off +6, so I shot it. So I had it even.
Yeah.
And hold an eagle putt from like 35 feet on 9.
For even.
Just have even.
Jeez.
Like, and the greens were really funky. I didn't hole anything. That was the only putt I hold.
Right.
And yeah, I didn't hit it great because we were tearing up the decking at the back of our house.
Right.
So my hands are cooked. Like you can see my hands all fucked.
Yeah, they're battered.
And they were really tight because I was holding drills and hammers and sledgehammers and
Just
pulling
sore.
up. So they were just sore and achy. And I didn't really have the feel that I would have liked. But somehow I made it happen. I'll take it even if I'm hitting it like a dick.
And the weather wasn't that great yesterday.
Yeah, it didn't. Nothing got wet enough to annoy us. But it was still spitting and windy and what do you do?
Oh, well.
No, it was still enjoyable. Me and the old man haven't played, just us two, and fuck knows how long. And he played really good. He was 1 under through 8, and I was 2 over.
Yeah, right.
Through 8. So he's pantsing me early. And then, he sort of, the weather sort of crept up and made a couple of mistakes here and there, but he ended up having 36, I think. So
Yeah, cool.
it was pretty solid. So
Oh, very good.
yeah.
Now, we've been saying it for a while. We wanted to go through and have a look at some of the sort of the feedback and some of the comments from mainly our TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
We uploaded, this is Monday, we uploaded a TikTok last night. You might have seen it. It's where I ask you, would you rather the 500,000 up front or $200 a birdie? And it was from last week's episode. And some of the feedback on that, some blokes went a little bit too far with it.
With what?
What they would do with the cash and how they would invest it to turn it into.
I'm just looking at now. There's guys really having to think about it. I like it.
Some bloke said, I'm going to take the 500K, I'm going to invest it and turn it into 1.2 and
I like
in
it.
2 years' time. I'm like, okay, this is not where I thought the question would go.
Or like nothing against him, but I like it. You've thought about it.
Makes a point.
Wait, hang on. Invested makes a lot more money over the time than compound interest.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
at that point, I was
I'm just gonna hit the golf ball.
Yeah, that's
but
it.
No, it's there's
The
some
one
good feedback. People had some discussion.
The one comment I did like was on the Instagram page from your boss, Luke, who asked how much for a bogey, asking for a mate. And to which I felt like replying, I probably should reply and say only $2 a bogey.
No, I replied back to him going, bogey equals 1 pork rib from Meat and Wine Co.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, because we like the pro shop staff party at the end of the year. Generally, we go Meat and Wine Co.
Yeah, nice.
Just for like a little breakup sort of thing, and
Yeah.
we always get the pork ribs.
Yeah.
That's like our favorite thing.
Yeah.
So for now on, Luke, if you make a bogey, you owe us a pork rib, just one at a time.
Just one at a time.
You know, if you have
Should be enough for a full rack by the end of the year. To the Christmas party.
hopefully you don't have to pay for a whole pork rib per round. That wouldn't be too ideal, but
No.
you know, it might be built up, and those pork ribs are so sick.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, the comments on the recent one, so we always like to check up. A guy, his name's Stakey. That's just his Instagram name. He's taken the 500K, much like what you were saying.
100%.
And he was going legit, and I like it. He was saying if your back starts to deteriorate, can't play golf anymore, then can't score birdies.
Yeah, that's it.
Why take the risk? And I love that. I actually love the thought. And then a guy named Bo replies, depends how good you are. If you're around scratch, birdies all day.
Yep.
You can literally play golf for the rest of your life. If you suck, then obviously the money. So I think that was low key a dig on the other guy,
And then there was another comment on there. Some bloke just commented like 4 birdies with just the laughing
we had
emoji.
4 birdies in a round with laughing faces. I don't know if that's a dig at me or is he taking the piss out of himself. I'm
Probably
not-
taking the piss out of himself, hopefully.
Nah, back it. His name's D.
Yeah.
So, and he's got some awesome views on some of his clips. Jesus. But yeah, that was pretty funny.
There
My
you go.
favorite one is mini golf is the strat.
Yeah.
It's funny as fuck.
It's such a strat.
Didn't even think of that.
Jerry.
Didn't even think of that.
Nah.
Yeah, his name's
But
Johnny. Yeah.
If you could
Jono. Jono.
absolutely go down the mini
It's
golf,
so
I would
funny.
never
It's
leave.
so funny.
Never leave.
I actually really like that.
It'd be hilarious.
That's clever. All right, hang on. I'll just jump over to the Insta and we'll see what everyone's been chatting about.
There wasn't too much on the Insta
Wasn't?
from last memory. No.
all right. That's
But
all
we've had a couple of comments on the YouTube and stuff as well.
Yep.
Noah, I shared it out a couple of weeks ago saying that he could see me having a 13 under pretty soon after one of our recent episodes. And I was like, okay, that's ambitious to say the absolute least, but I'll take it. Thanks, Noah. Look, it's getting there.
Yep.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
We really appreciate all the feedback and all the comments, ladies and gents. Keep it coming.
There's a bit of interaction and people like I've noticed even over the past 2 or 3 days I've been floating around Rosanna and a few people that watch and I've got a lot of text messages about the 2 episodes ago, was it the one? The dickhead one?
Ah, true.
When we were doing
When
the
we had our
fingers down.
up.
Dude, the amount of people around the golf club that said oh, I'm a 6 out of 10 dickhead or something like that. Even my boss texts me. He goes, I'm a 4 out of 10. Right?
Yeah.
He goes, I'm conscious of not being an idiot. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
correct.
I'm like, fuck, I got 8. Am I the biggest dickhead around at the moment? Like, I'm like, come on, please no.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Oh, God.
You are.
Am I?
So,
Oh, fuck off.
So
No, I
if
feel
you're,
shit now.
if
I
you're an
don't do-
OG listener, right, and I'm talking real OG, right, you would know that we got Joel a target at the very beginning of the podcast because he's a bit of a flinger.
Oh, I have a fling sometimes.
Right.
And what we mean by fling is I hit a shit iron shot or something and I give her just a quick little toss over the shoulder.
I will hold my hand up. I will hold my hand up, right, because I am a silver bird wielder. Like, they will fly.
I actually, this is going to be weird. I've never seen you throw a club.
Really?
I've seen you throw it at your bag and be pissed off.
Yeah.
But a silver bird.
Oh, there was a big silver bird on the weekend.
Brilliant.
I thinned one out of a bunker on 14 down the hill to 15. And the ball, like the club landed this far away from the ball. Like, it was bad. So I hold my hand up. I'm no friggin' expert. I'm no champion when it comes to that either. I do it myself.
Yeah.
But Marcus put a photo up in the group chat that we've got. So with Remy and another mate of ours, Tom. And just said, what do we have here?
Yeah.
And I just went, oh no, what's happened here? So is there anything you need to share with us, Joel? Was it a bit of a
What are you talking about?
bit of a brain fart on your end to lead to a silver bird?
Hang on.
Do you not know what I'm
That's not me, you peanut.
Is that not you?
That's Remy.
bullshit.
That's Remy, you nonce.
Is it actually?
Look at it.
It looks like you.
No, fucking.
Is that Rim? I take it all back.
That's RZA.
It is too. It is too.
So,
wow.
To put into that club's in the ground. The club's in the ground. So to put into context, we have this group chat called Progression.
Yes.
It has us four. So me.
I thought it was you.
No. Me, you, Raptor, and Tommy. Right? And Raptor's put in the chat just a photo of Remy tidying up a divot. I'm not even sure what hole that is.
Anyway.
I don't even know what hole that is. I'm not even sure. But he's tidying up a divot and you see the club grip in first into the ground about probably 25 meters in front of him. So all that tells you is, one of them ones. So he's had it.
So I
a
first
club
saw
pull.
that photo and I'm like, it's Marcus who's uploaded
Nah,
it. So
not me,
chances
man.
are it's going to be you.
Not me.
And I just saw the green Lynx legacy bag or,
I use a big staff bag.
yeah, correct.
Yeah,
you do now.
yeah.
I've completely brain faded. But yeah, Remy.
Yeah.
Wow.
RZA. I've never seen. See, he's the one I reckon he should pride himself with his
Composure.
mental composure in terms of anger control.
Mine is
So-
gobshite.
So he's not afraid. He's very mentally very tough. He can usually take positives out of pretty much anything. And yeah, even during a round, he might hit the worst of shots or whatever it may be, and he just gets on with it.
Yeah, he's very well disciplined in that
He's
sense.
very well disciplined. I've never seen him. I've seen him get frustrated. Everyone gets frustrated, but I've never
to
seen
that level.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
I've
right.
never seen that before.
Well, I take it back. I apologize to you.
This
but
fucking bloke.
RZA,
This
mate,
fucking bloke.
we need to get him on. We need to get him back on and have
We
a
just
part
need
two.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, as I said, ladies and gents, keep the feedback coming, keep the comments
correct.
up. We really do appreciate it. And honestly, if you're finding us in the full podcast from the TikToks and the Instagram and stuff, let us know because it's good to know that where you're all coming from
Yeah.
and how you find us.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, no, I was like I was saying, it was really cool to hear so many people and even people I didn't even know listened.
Yeah.
Or kept up with the pod. They were
Yeah.
just telling us, like keeping us updated, going, I would have to be given 50 grand per birdie or something like that. It would be funny as so.
Well,
it
it's
was good
funny
to see.
because I had 3 on Friday and 2 on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I turn to Michael every time. I'm like, "Where's Brian? Where's Brian with the $500?" Because he offered me 500.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Mate, I should have cashed in." But I'll hold my hands up. I'm happy with my 500K in my pocket.
So I only had 4 on Friday, which was
Average.
which was ropeable, absolutely ropeable. Very pleased with the 68. I'm never giving that back. Never giving an under par round back. It was just what it could have been. It was such a good day, and I was hitting it so good and close, and I just didn't take advantage of the rest of the round. It could have been something real special, but Yeah, still not giving it back. Very pleased with it. There's a $800 day
Yeah.
in your case from last week.
Yep.
What was it on
Sunday.
Sunday? It would have been, what's an eagle?
We didn't specify, but it'd probably be double.
Oh, all right, yeah.
An eagle's 2 birdies.
I made eagle and I had two birdies as well.
There you go. So another $800 day.
Sweet. It's a good week.
It's good. It's good. It's good weekend. Now, a couple of years ago, you and I, our mate Toby from Link's Legacy, and another mate of ours
Where the fuck is this going? Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
did the longest day.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know what the longest day is, ladies and gents, it is a charity day run through the Cancer Council, and it's a challenge to play 4 rounds of golf or up to 4 rounds of golf in a single day.
Yeah. It's a 72-hole day.
You make a team, open up some pages on the website. People can donate. All of the money goes to the Cancer Council. It's a great organisation, one that's pretty close to my heart.
Yeah.
And so we did it a couple of years ago. We did it 2 years in a row, 2 days at Berg, and it was pretty good. Good fun.
The one I played, I've only played one.
I only did the one.
I only did the one with you.
That's right.
That was me, you, Keen, and Tobes.
Yep.
That was physically difficult, but it was one of the most fun on the golf course I've ever had. Like,
Because
it was a fucking warm day.
It was
like
very
it
warm.
wasn't overly sunny.
no.
But
it was there was
it?
clouds in the sky. Like, it was a cloudy day.
Yeah.
But it was hot.
But it was hot. It was. I remember we sort of dressed up like idiots too. Like I had funky shorts on and like
Yeah.
a pineapple button-up shirt. Like
yeah,
and-
we took the mick, absolutely. And
I tell you what though, if we had walked all 4 rounds, and we got a hand on heart, you're supposed to walk. That's the point.
that's the challenge.
That's the challenge. You're supposed to walk. You don't have to, but
the
you're
bailout.
supposed to.
The bailout is carts,
Just grab
obviously.
carts. And it's hard enough to play 4 rounds, let alone walking as well. So,
Correct.
And for anyone that's played Heidelberg, it can be a challenging walk. It's a very challenging walk.
very
up and-
inclined.
especially if it's hot and especially if you've got beers going in. It's difficult. And what we finished, so we teed off literally as we could see the ball. Probably
6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, it was like just shy of that.
No,
it started
was
with a
just
5.
after, maybe just after.
Oh, just after, was
6.
it? So say 6 o'clock. We finished 2 rounds by 10:30.
Even earlier.
Was it?
We'd finished 3 rounds by 1 o'clock.
Yeah, quarter
Because
past
we
1.
actually
We walked into
stopped
the locker
after
room.
the 3rd round. And keep in mind, we'd been drinking. Like it wasn't a day where we were like, all right, let's go shoot our best scores. I actually did in the 3rd
You
round.
did in the 3rd round.
I had the 75 in the 3rd round. And yes, like it wasn't a legit, we didn't play comps or anything.
Our
but
first 2 rounds, we were putting out everything.
Yeah.
We played everything. And so Toby, the guy we play with, I don't know if he's still a member at Berg. I don't think he is. But that's obviously his home deck as well. That's where he was
from his childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically that's where he grew up. Obviously knows it backwards and had some great rounds there. And his first 2 rounds went 6 under, 7 under. And I'm like, yeah, righto. Did not hit the ball often at all.
I think as a team, we were like, because we didn't count bogeys
we
and
were
stuff.
a million under.
We just counted birdies and how
Because
many we had.
my-
I think
my
as a
first
team,
2
we
rounds-
had maybe 40 birdies. But
My first round,
if not more.
my first 2, I went 1 under, 7 under, and he went 6 and 7, and then we both shot 6 in the 3rd round, and then we were 2 pissed after that.
Yeah.
But either way, it's back on track. It's a very good day because you know what it's for as well. So it's motivating in that sense, but it's also just fun. So it's sort of best of both worlds. And you
Absolutely.
can raise a bit of coin. It's always good to see who's raised the most, and it's sort of a bit of a
Absolutely.
comp in that sense as well. So yeah,
And so the reason you're probably asking why are you speaking
Bring it
about it?
up,
Like
yeah,
why are you
yeah.
bringing it up?
yeah,
It's coming up in the middle towards around Christmas time. It's normally around that.
it's like 2 weeks before Christmas.
Yeah, 15th to 20th of December, maybe slightly after. And I gave you a call the other night and I said, oi, thoughts of doing this? Because I still follow the Facebook pages and stuff and they're
Yeah.
starting to promote it
I got
again for this
messages
year.
the other day about it.
And so you were pretty keen to do it,
Yeah,
but we got to do it properly.
of course we need to set up our pages and stuff.
Absolutely.
like that.
And we will. But I think that it's pretty safe to say we're probably gonna have a crack at it, probably gonna do it this
Yeah,
year.
I'm down to.
Sweet. I'll organise it with work and we can try and do it maybe either at Rosanna or at Heidelberg.
Yeah, we'll
a
speak to
combination
our,
of
we'll
both.
speak to our.
There's a lot of prep to go into it, and obviously golf courses need to be aware and need to be
Yeah.
accepting of it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm bringing it up here is basically to put a call out to some people. So previous guests, Charlie, SGM,
Yeah.
Rizza,
Yeah.
future guests
Yeah.
that we might have between now and then.
Correct.
And anybody else who listens regularly, weekly, whatever it might be, who might want to get involved in some way, shape, or form, reach out, let us know. It's still very early stages.
In the next probably 6 weeks or so, we're going to be speaking to our golf clubs, essentially. So,
Probably sooner than that, I'd say.
oh, at least that. That's what I'm saying. It's just that
we've got to
time
give them
frame.
plenty of notice.
We got to just got to go figure it out. And it's not limited to one group. It could be 6 groups, but it's also once again back on the golf club if they happy to have 6 groups out there playing through groups. Because that's the thing. That's the hard part. You're playing pretty fast. Like especially if you're walking, you'll be playing in 3 hours.
The first
less.
year we did it, the club was really accommodating. They gave us like a actual like flag, like a from
like
a hole.
a big red flag that you chuck on. So
and so we had that in a golf bag, and literally there was a sign on the front counter that said, "If you see a red flag, someone waving a red flag, let them through."
yeah, correct.
They're doing a charity day.
Yeah.
And literally everyone was awesome. As soon as we waved that, like there were some groups we saw maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Because we'd be like,
hooning it.
especially in the third round of the first year, we played the course properly, 1 through 18, and then we played it back 9 first, the second round. Then we played the back 9 twice and the front 9 twice.
Okay. Yeah.
So like we were just everywhere based on traffic.
Yeah. 100%.
So you're still playing the 72 holes. But as soon as we wave that flag, blokes are just, wave us through.
Yeah, exactly.
No dramas.
Which was good. Like ideally, based off like physically, would probably want Rosanna just because it's flatter.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's whoever's down and it's whoever's like, and plus on a Monday at Rosanna, that would probably be good as well.
Yeah.
Just because that's probably the calmest, and we're going to be able to find.
I have Monday the 16th of December as an RDO.
Oh, beautiful. Well, yeah.
We
so
can organise it for that.
That's the sort of date we're thinking. If Heidelberg can offer us a better window of a day, where we can breeze through it easier, we'll do that. But
100%.
like I said, we just got to. So
As I said,
this is that call out to. You might make a TikTok about this. I don't know.
Probably.
But whoever wants to be in on it, it doesn't cost you anything.
No.
Unless you donate.
If you want to donate,
if you want to
donate's obviously
donate.
be excellent.
Yeah, of course.
If you could donate, that'd be fantastic.
But if you want to be involved in it, it doesn't cost anything to set up your account. It doesn't cost anything to do the day.
No.
Especially if it's at your home golf club. So,
Exactly.
And especially the majority of our listeners are from our home clubs within reason. And yeah, if you set up the day, you raise as much as you can, and you go out and just play 72 holes. And it is brutal. It's hard.
It's very
It
hard.
really is hard. Especially if you like a head case and you're trying to play well at the same time. It's difficult. But yeah, if you want to do it, if you want to grab another group, if you want to grab more of your mates and do your own group, have a go. Yeah, do it. Like other than that, reach out to us.
But as I said, the call out is there.
Yeah.
And because we want to, 1, do the day would be nice. 2, raise as much money as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously. And the third thing would be, I wouldn't mind filming a bit of it.
Yeah, we'll do.
Not
we'll
like
do
in
little,
like a good style video where it's every shot shown, but it's just like a general vlog of the day.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm putting the call out to people like Charlie and SGM and Riz, people that can come in and do maybe 9 holes here, 18 holes there. You don't have to commit to the full 4.
No.
That's fine. But people could just jump in and out whenever they want
That'd be pretty cool. You know what we should
and
do?
just play with us.
You know what we should do? Previous guests or whoever puts their hand up, if the right amount of people put their hand up, it could be us 2, right? And if 8 people put their hand up, 2 people come in per round.
Yeah.
So they just swap over.
Yeah,
So we'll do the full 72. If people want to do the full 72, you can.
Yep.
But yeah, it could be Raptor and Rism for the first 18. It could be, and then they swap out.
Whatever's
Charlie and SGM come in the second round, like whatever it might be.
Whatever works for
that'd be
people.
cool.
That'd be cool. And that's the reason why I've sort of put the call out as well. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If you want to reach out to us and get involved in some way, shape, or form, you don't have to be a previous guest or a future guest to get involved and come play golf with us. If there's spots available, hell yeah, come play golf with us. No big deal. But yeah, like I said, this is very, very early stages.
Yeah.
We don't want to jump the gun too much.
No.
We just want to
It's just
sort
an
of
idea.
put the idea out there.
Yeah.
Get the golf clubs involved, get them alerted to everything, and sort of get it okayed from there.
Yeah.
And then once we're off, we're off.
Yeah, we're off and running.
So I'm really looking forward to it, mate. I think it's going to be a ripper.
Yeah, can't wait.
And we had so much fun doing it. Like the first 2 years, just seeing some of the sites when, we're all heavily intoxicated.
Man, it was one of the funniest days because
because mate, honestly, we finished the second year with you and Kian and Tobes.
yeah.
We finished 3 rounds by 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And Kean, being the Irishman, was like, I'm very parched.
Yeah.
Let's go get some beers in the clubhouse. We've got so much time. And it's in the thick of daylight savings. Sun doesn't go down till 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Was it after the first round that that Toby had Uber Eats Macca's ordered?
Yeah.
Was that it?
After the first round. Toby Uber Eats Macca's and also drove a golf cart across the road through the Bottle-O
Yeah.
to get a slab of beers or whatever,
Yeah,
or
CCs, I
CCs or
think.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then after the third round, they were all gone.
They were
so we
gone.
went into the pro shop or into the clubhouse to get more. And then it was stinking hot. We were sweating. And then I think it was Kean who had the idea of going downstairs and having a shower.
Going to having a shower.
So we're just in the middle of our charity day, just, having a shower.
It was-
half,
Well, absolutely.
inebriated.
Oh man, it was.
And it was just an absolute laugh.
I reckon
Absolute piss take.
I reckon I slept for 2 days after that.
And then we went to the pub afterwards.
Oh, we did too.
And these are things that I could never even think of doing again. It'd be sick to get Tobes involved. I reckn he'd love it again. He's asked me every year since. He's like, "Are we doing it again?"
Are we
And I'm
doing
like,
it again?
Yeah.
It was a very fun day. I've got some videos of that day. It's just god.
And with the group chat still is in there, and it's in the ether somewhere.
Is it? Oh,
Absolutely.
God.
So,
Oh god.
but no, it's a ripper day.
Yeah.
And I'm really keen if we could do it again. That'd be very nice.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
The other thing I wanted to chat about just quickly before we get into questions from the second cut, President's Cup finished this morning.
Yes.
I didn't watch too much of
What
it.
was it? Hang on, I'm just checking the end result. What was the end result?
I'll get it up. Like I said, I didn't see too much of it. But I do know we lost.
Yeah, the Ints got done. They had to put up a good fight. I loved that day too. That day two was awesome.
It's a good event, and I think it's getting better and better every year. There was a period of time where we weren't all that competitive, and by we I mean the international teams.
So international team got done 18.5, 11.5, which if I had to guess, as good as the international team was, I think there's 6 players out of the top 10 on the planet that are US. So it's always going to be a tough ask.
You're looking at this team, right?
Yeah, you've got Xander, Burns, Scheffler, Henley, Cantley, Bradley, Finau, Clark, Thigala, Morikawa, Harmon, Homer. And I could almost put a bet on that every single one of those guys are inside the top 25 on the planet.
Yeah. Versus, you've got Christian Bezuidenhout, Corey Connors, Siwoo Kim, Hideki Matsuyama,
See, Corey
Taylor
Connors
Pendrith.
inside the top 25.
Yeah,
sure.
and Hideki's a major champion.
Yeah, so
Taylor
is
Pendrith.
Jay Day.
J-Day, Adam Scott has had a good couple of years. Tom Kim's in there.
Yeah.
Ben Arn, Jason Day,
So
Mackenzie Hughes.
that's not taking anything away from the internationals. That was like they've got a strong side. They've got a great players, great list, good fire.
The internationals have a team for the
Matsuyama.
future.
Matsuyama beat Scheffler, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, there was a few tied rounds, a few tied matches.
Yeah.
But other than that, the internationals put up a good fight. Except for Corey Connors, he got done by a considerable amount. But other than that, they all put up a real good fight. 1-ups, 3-1s, 1-ups. Couple 2-1s, which is a good fight against some unbelievable US side.
And that's the thing. Like the US just have an unbelievable team.
They're just strong. Yeah,
Ryder
that's what
Cup,
it is.
President's Cup,
Yeah.
and this is a team without Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas.
Yeah, but who's to say they're actually?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying they're
Playing-
deserving of a spot. I'm just saying like they were staples in that
Yeah,
great
correct.
American team
Yeah,
for such a
correct.
long time.
Yeah, correct.
They're no longer there. And it's just like a good, you compare it to like an AFL term, good premiership sides just keep topping up with good players.
Yeah,
that's where you
true.
get your dynasties from.
Yeah.
They don't go to the draft and pick the kids. They just top up with
Yeah.
other good players from
Yeah.
other clubs.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the US, right? They've taken out Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth and they've replaced them with Brian Harmon, who's a major champion,
Yeah.
and Max Homer, who's a gun.
Yeah, who's Jet as well. Yeah, I
And
understand
Wyndham
what you're
Clark,
saying.
major champion. Like
Yeah.
these guys are deserving of spots. And the President's Cup, you could argue, sort of sits in the shadows a little bit of the Ryder Cup. Obviously, the Ryder Cup is the biggest team event.
It's like the little brother. The President's Cup is unbelievable event, and it hasn't been around for as long. It's only its 15th edition. Mm-hmm. So it only got introduced back in the early 90s. I think it was.
Yep.
88. I think was the first run at it.
You're right.
So 88 was the first run at it. But other than that, I think the internationals have only won once.
Yeah.
and it was tied once. The rest of it, 13 and a half times, has been to the US.
Yeah.
So it would be good to see. Hopefully they bring it back to Royal Melbourne, or at least Australia at some
It's
point.
definitely on the calendar.
Yeah, dude, they've played there 3 times. I think the first one was in 2003 or something. I could be wrong. But other than that, hopefully they bring it back. But no, I liked it. I only watched a handful of it. I didn't follow it all too much because it was on at weird times.
So the future events for the President's Cup, the next one's at Medina, which would be pretty cool.
Sick.
And then 2028 is at Kingston Heath.
Beautiful. Perfect. That's so good.
And then at Belrive, and that's all there is at the
They
moment.
need to do more at Sandbelts because Sandbelts are such a good hosting venues. For example, your Royal and your Kingston Heath, and even Metro. Metro is such a good place, and it's because you can accommodate for so many fans and so many people. Like you can get crowds there.
Yeah.
And that was probably the problem with the LACC when Wyndham Clark won that US Open. Was it 22? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where
Limited crowds.
it was more of a corporate event.
Yep.
It was like there wasn't many people there. You couldn't accommodate for much people, and like there's some unbelievable golf courses on the planet that probably will never host a major event.
No,
because
correct.
they just can't.
Correct.
They don't have the facilities for it. There's too much.
There's
might
not
be
enough
cliff
space.
faces, or there's just not enough space. So those sort of golf courses, particularly, those sand belts. There's a fair bit of room between tee and green. There's a lot of sort of open grassed areas where you can book stands and get people walking along tree lines and fairways and stuff like that. So no, it'd be good to see more sandbelt stuff because they're, 6 of them are top 100 on the planet, I reckon. So give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
Depends on opinions, of course. I haven't really played anywhere too exciting yet, but
No.
yeah, that's sort of my opinion. So
Very good. A good showing by the internationals and a young side that's only going to get better.
it is, and probably you'd almost call it inexperienced, even though you've got your Jay Dane, your Matsuyama, and
But you've got Minwoo Lee in there as well.
You've got Minwoo, but even Scotty's there as well. Scotty's been around for
How sick.
a million years.
How sick. I put a story up of how sick was it when Minwoo obviously wasn't playing in the Arvo or whatever, goes and puts that hockey jersey on, the internationals hockey jersey, with like
couple of them did.
Chef Min or something on the
Chef
back.
Min.
Oh, I want one.
A couple of the internationals had those on.
They were sick.
Yeah, Chef Min. That
They
was
were
funny
sick.
as.
But a good event and a
young
lot better
side.
than I expected it to be. Honestly.
It sort of played out exactly how I thought it would because as anyone knows that if you do watch the Ryder Cup, this is just what I've noticed is I feel the US side is extremely robotic. So they're very, probably not robotic, professional. They're extremely tunnel vision, deadpan faces.
Here to do a job.
Here to do one job and that's it. Like show emotion. I loved Scheffler open up a little bit and giving him some. I loved that. I loved that.
Especially from Scotty.
Especially, yeah. Especially from, I loved that. He sort of got involved and got vocal. And, yeah, they got excited if they hold a shot or hold a long putt or something like
Absolutely.
that. But win a hole, it's deadpan face. They're there for...
It's because they expect it to happen.
Probably. But, yeah, and then the internationals, the vibe is there. It was so
Same with the Europeans.
electric. Exactly. It's same with the Europeans during the Ryder Cup. It's so vocal and there's such a family and a team. That's probably why they got absolutely pumped at Marco Simone because they didn't show up. You know what I mean? It's anyway, but
Yeah. All
it
right.
was so cool.
Questions from the second cut.
Yeah, go.
Let's move swiftly on. So my question for you, have you got one?
I do.
Sweet. My question for you is in relation to the longest day. So if we were to do it, what would you expect to shoot for the 4 rounds, either at Heidelberg or Rosanna or a combination of both?
Okay.
So just off the top of your head, 4 rounds, all things considered in one day, you're going to get fatigued.
Third and fourth round will be tough. First 36, I reckon I'll be firing, but it depends.
15
on
to 20?
It depends on the day. I would hope for 20. That'd be awesome. I'd love to shoot that.
Yeah.
36 is a tough in a day as it is, let alone the whole
72.
9 yards. But see, here's the weird thing. During that longest day, I ain't hitting an iron off the tee to get myself into position.
No.
I'm firing at everything.
Yeah.
And
And the
I'm
thing is,
firing at everything. And if it comes off and I'm hitting it awesome and hitting shots close or whatever it might be, yeah, we'll go lower. If I'm not hitting it great, well, I'm not going to really like try and play for position to shoot.
No, of course
you know?
not. And
So-
the longer you're out there as well, the less interested you're going to get.
Well, in terms
It's
of a good
so-
score, yes.
it's so
we're trying
hard.
to get through it. Like,
Because-
especially if it's starting getting later in the afternoon and we've still got an 18 holes to play and it's 2:30. Like, we're going to try and
Just knuckle down.
knuckle down and just get on with it. And you know,
especially if we drink as much as we did.
yeah,
the
I don't
last
think I
time.
will because that took a bit of a toll. That was
Yes.
like as fun as it was good, but afterwards busted, absolutely busted. And the next day was a complete write-off.
It's a write-off.
because I was so tired and still probably a bit
And
pissed
hungover.
and hungover. And so, in terms of grog, probably not. Probably won't touch it at all. Might sneak in a beer halfway. You know,
Just with lunch or something.
just have some lunch or something and have a feed and have one just as a sort of settler. But you know,
That's it.
to answer your question,
15 to 20.
yeah, I would hope for that. Yeah, I'll aim for 20.
Yeah.
I'll aim for 20 if all things go well. If I'm hitting it good and there's some form there, and you know it's a nicer day, and obviously the courses are going to be awesome because it's just after clubbies, and
Yeah, correct.
they're going to have them in prime spot. So, yeah, have a couple like in terms of scores, aim to break 70 at least 3 times.
Yeah.
So have a couple 68, 69s, and then throw a low one in there,
Yeah, beautiful.
and then you know cruise around that sort of par mark. So yeah,
I'd hope to go 20, but on the other side of the spectrum. So if I could shoot 4 rounds of golf in less than 20 over,
Yeah, that's pretty solid. You played your handicap.
pretty content.
You played your handicap 4 times.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I'd expect.
Yeah.
Or I hope.
Yeah.
Have you got a question for me?
Yeah. Hang on. I'm just thinking because I've just wanted to reword it.
You want to reword it?
Yeah. I just want to
How have
reword
you worded it?
So hang on. I'll ask a little dummy question
Yeah.
just to get going. Where would you rather play for it? Because you want to play at Heidelberg, of course.
No,
because it's
honestly,
your
I
home
don't care.
deck.
Honestly, if you gave me an option, I'd rather play it at Heritage.
Heritage?
Yeah. why
Fuck no.
not? You wouldn't?
No way. If we had carts, yeah.
Yeah.
But no way would I be
Well,
walking
then
Heritage.
I've done it. Honestly, I'd rather a combo. I'd rather do 2 and 2.
Oh, that could be good.
That'd be ideal.
That'd be good.
And I reckon two rounds. If we were to cop any backlash from either of the clubs, about doing it, 2 might be a bit of a sweetener as opposed to 4 in negotiations. That's all I'm thinking. But it doesn't bother me at all.
All right.
I actually wouldn't mind playing it at Rosanna.
Yeah, well, because it's
wouldn't
flatter.
bother me.
It's flatter. It is
flatter.
flatter. It's just an
I don't
easier
expect.
walk.
I also don't expect to walk the whole thing. I know I probably won't be able to because of my hip.
It's hard.
It's hard. I'll probably try and walk 36 and cart 36, and I'm okay with that. You know, with the first year we did it, I did it with a mate of mine, Nick, who lives out in Ocean Grove now.
Yeah.
He walked 57 holes, and he was gunning it at Heidelberg.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, that's an effort. But he stuck at it, just kept going. He did well, but I could never think to walk 57 holes at that place.
Yeah, right.
No chance.
I think I've asked, okay, so I've just reworded it a little bit. I've changed it up. I think I've asked something along these lines.
Okay.
Similar to it before, but it's just sort of popped into my head.
Okay.
Because there was the World Sand Greens Championship
Yeah, you
just
have
recently
you have
in
asked,
Binalong, I think it was called.
you have asked about the sand greens before.
It's not directly sand greens.
Okay.
It's just in relation to that. It just sort of that gave me the idea to this question. So sand greens I've never played on before. I've played on something similar where it's like grain greens
Yep.
where it's like half sand, half soil.
Yep.
And they sort of press it. They don't they don't cut it and roll it. They sort of press it so it's
Okay.
like compact.
Okay.
And they're really flat. So there's not a lot. The only contour is literally just the imperfections. So it's like putting on cord greens with less grass.
Okay.
That's sort of what it's like. And it's a bit, and you find it in the absolute sticks where they don't have the curation to keep up with grass, basically. They have mint fairways, but that's about it. So it's a would you rather have every fairway is just sand and the green is,
You've asked this exact question.
no, I don't think I have.
I think you have.
I don't think I have.
I think you have.
That's what I mean. Is in relation to this. I don't know. If
Would
I
you
have.
rather have sanded fairways? I think you might have asked this a question similar where it's like, would you rather have like greens that are like the height of the rough or something?
Yeah,
Or
no, I
fairways that are all rough
Yeah.
or something like that. I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
have then. Oh.
You've asked something very
Like the exact question is, would you rather have the fairways are all sand, so like a waste bunker?
Yeah.
You can't put it on a good lie or anything. It's just
No, it is what it is.
the cards are dealt the way, and the greens are like rough, or the other way around. Are you hitting on fairways that are rough and sand that is green? Greens that are sand.
Ooh,
Like it's a weird question, but I had another one that was just shit.
you sure you don't want to ask the shit one?
Because they're both shit.
Okay. I would rather. Oh, is the sand greens like maintained the way other sand greens are? Because like they're not rolled, but they're like flattened and they're
Yeah,
swept.
so you rake it and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah,
Yeah, then I'd go that.
you'd
I'd
go
go
that.
the
So you're
sand
hitting
greens.
onto rough
Yeah. I'd rather hit out of the rough than out of the waste bunker all the time.
all the time.
Have nothing else to aim for. So like the middle of the fairway is just waste bunker. What about the rough? Is that as it is? Or is
The
it
rough-
all like you stand on a tee box and then it's just sand? in
No,
front of you?
we'll go. The rough is normal. The rough is normal rough.
Yeah, it's 50-50 then because I missed the fairway a lot.
So you're hitting out of both at the same time.
So look, I'd still probably go the sand greens.
Yeah, right.
I think that's enough of a challenge for me
Yeah, right.
rather than trying to
Yeah,
manipulate.
no. My
imagine having like 250 in on a par 5 and you're in a bunker.
yeah, but I'd rather that because if you happen to get a decent lie, I'm able to hit ball first.
If you happen to get a decent lie, there's every chance you're going to get a decent lie out of the rough too. It's going to jump.
Nah, but that's the thing. I'd rather be able to have the chance of hitting ball first than grass first.
Yeah, fair.
See, I'd probably go the other way around. I'd probably go sand.
Interesting.
Fairways. Yeah, my other question was like the same, but you flip it. Like the whole golf course is sand or the whole golf course is rough.
Oh, yeah, no, gross.
Like, it's a shit question. So
Gross.
I changed it up. I reworded it because I didn't like it.
Fair enough. I think that's a pretty good spot to leave it,
Yeah,
mate.
it's only a shorter one,
a
but
bit of a shorter one this week.
there was actually one thing I did want to bring up. There's a member, so I don't know if they're sort of just getting started.
Okay.
It's called Haskell Golf or Haskell Golf.
Oh, yes.
Right, so there's two members of Rosanna that are running it and have started it up, and it's going to be a clothing brand.
Okay.
They're just sort of starting to get it going. So they have a few garments coming in, and he hasn't shown me a photo yet, but he said they're coming, and I don't know what style it is or anything like that. I think it's like he sort of mentioned it to me that it's a bit more of a chill, relaxed sort of retro vibe,
Okay.
rather than that sort of performance stuff like we're wearing.
Yep.
So that's on its way, and I'm very, very keen to see what it's like because he's said that he's going to give us a couple of things.
That'd be nice.
So I'm asking for a couple t-shirts, a couple hoodies or something like that or whatever they're producing.
cool.
So it's Haskell Golf and it has, so their logo is green with just a yellow H or something like that. And yeah, the two members of Rosanna that run that, getting it going, dipping their big toe in and seeing how it's going. So
Yeah, perfect.
one of the guys that does run it, he's actually a director on the board
Nice.
at Rosanna, and he's a photographer / marketer. So hopefully that goes really well for him, and hopefully in future
You
get
might see us wearing some stuff.
little bit of collab with them. That'd be awesome because he does some photography stuff, and so hopefully once we speak more, like I said, he's a photographer. He's got a drone and camera work and stuff
Yeah,
like
we
that.
can-
So might go out and do something and figure that out. But just putting that in the air just so people can go check them out, give them some support, and hopefully they show the same back.
They are very active on their socials. As well.
Correct. They are very active, which is awesome.
Which is, fantastic.
So hopefully in future a bit of collab there, and
we'll see what happens.
never know. We dip the big toe in with anyone that reaches out. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So,
But yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, or do both. That'd be great. Head over to our socials as well, Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to give us a follow there. Send us some comments as well. Be sure to reach out and message us as well. And if you see us, say hello. Other than that,
if you're going to answer a question, send us a message on Instagram or something like that.
Absolutely.
And we'll obviously try to reply the best we can.
we do our best.
We do our best to absolutely reply, and we generally do. But if we don't, you'll be mentioned at some stage.
Absolutely. But yeah, thank you very much. Hit them very, very well. And we will see you next week. Cheers.
All right.